Hi, and thanks for joining us. Please be advised that this channel and these videos are not intended to be medically suggestive in any way, shape, or form. Hello, it is time for tonight's episode of Life Unmedicated. Today was a very long day. I mean, my God in heaven, it was a long day. I woke up, I actually woke up. I mean, I wouldn't say, I don't know, like, how do you count it? Like, if the alarm went off and then I hit snooze a couple times, but if I set my alarm for earlier, then I needed to get up because I knew I was going to hit it a couple times. Did I still get up on time? I guess it doesn't matter. I left on time. So that's a big deal for me. So I left on time and I got to work on time or in time enough to do what I needed to do before my meeting before my meetings. I had technically 8 meetings back to back. But one of my case managers was not at work today, so I only ended up having 5 meetings back to back. So that was really, I mean, it was just vexing, like I was tired. It took a lot out of me. And it was 5 admission assessments, so like they're long and tedious, and I had to do so it was a lot. It was psychological evaluation, diagnostics, like all of that. So, that was a very long day. That was like my whole morning plus some. And then I came home. I feel like I went somewhere before I came home. No, I don't think so. Then I came home and I finished my work. Well, I ate lunch and then I finished my work. And yes, it's been a long day. Came home and I finished my work. And I got mostly everything I needed to get done finished. I am going to have to backdate a couple of notes tomorrow, but it'll be all right. And I was supposed to review something before I left for the day, but I just didn't have it in me. And there was only 15 minutes left in my day when I called it quits. So I wouldn't have been able to start anything before. I wouldn't have been able to finish anything before then, so. And my attention span was just knee-high to a gnat's ass, so nothing was gonna get done. So yeah, I did have to drink a coffee around 3 because I was just getting tired and I knew I needed to focus, and I knew I wouldn't be able to focus if I didn't wake up. So I had 2 coffees today. By the time I was finished with my work, the coffee had kicked in. And I tossed my gym clothes on and ran out the door to the gym. So that was an accomplishment. After the gym, I decided to go to the grocery store, which was an interesting experience. So I usually get like Instacart, but I went ahead and went to the grocery store today because I knew that I needed to get like snacks, but I needed to get healthy snacks. And I'm not really in the way of eating snacks. Like I'm usually, or in the past, I have not been a snacker because, like I was saying before, the Adderall really curbs the appetite. So I haven't historically been a snacker, but now that I am, I was like, well, let me get some healthy snacks so that at least if I'm snacking, it's not like super terrible. I have got to find a way to mitigate this foolishness. Because the pounds keep going up and I can't. I'm 2 pounds away from getting half my weight back. Yeah, so we're not gonna talk about it. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, so I went to the grocery store, I got some healthy snacks, and yeah, I mean, it was extremely expensive. I don't understand. I'm almost like, damn, should I start taking the Adderall again? I mean, look, that's like $15 for 3 months worth of not buying $200 worth of snacks. I don't even know how long it's gonna last me. So I mean, I'm kidding, you know, health over money for sure, but the thought definitely crossed my mind because it's expensive to be healthy. Like, I already order factor meals, which are like, they're healthy and they're convenient, and it works because I don't have a lot of time to like cook during the week. So it's perfect. I cook on the weekends and I cook like maybe once during the week. And that's, I mean, it's not expensive. It's probably like about $10 a meal, maybe like $12 a meal, but I feel like that's not expensive. Like, I'll go to Chipotle and get something for $12, and you know, like, that's, I don't know, I just feel like for the variety and for it being healthy and for the convenience, like, it's worth it. And then like I have like, I order like butcher box, so like the meals I cook on the weekends are usually meat from my butcher box order, which usually lasts me about 3 months because the meat goes in the freezer. So when I'm ordering, like, or when I get groceries, I usually just get things that go with whatever meat I have. So like sides, which never really cost more than like $100, you know, and that's probably like every couple weeks. So I'm really hoping that these snacks last. Really hoping that they last. I don't want to do that thing where I like have to eat everything in sight until it's gone and then I stop eating. Like, I really would like to learn self-control and discipline and pacing myself. I'm learning to pace myself with liquor so I can do the same thing with food. Like, it's nothing out here. I got this. You know what I'm saying? I am having positive outlook. I'm moving with cautious optimism, and that's on period. Aside from that, not too much went on today. I got home, I put my groceries away while my factor meal cooked, and I got some stuff from Amazon. Took that stuff out the box, and I'm sending one thing back, which is fine because that'll give me some money back. And everything else I think is fine. Like, everything else is fine. I'm actually really excited to try on a couple things because they're super cute. Actually, like, that's, never mind. It doesn't have anything to do with this. Aside from that, I mean, this isn't really like related, but it's related to last night's Life Unmedicated. Hotep guy unmatched me, which, actually, it does kind of have to do with it because I did feel rejected at first, even though I told y'all last night I had no interest whatsoever. But for some reason, I felt rejected, which I think is so interesting. Like, I do deal with RSD, which is rejection sensitive dysphoria. And a lot of people with ADHD and probably some other neurodivergent diagnoses deal with it. And for those of you who aren't familiar, it's a symptom of ADHD and probably other disorders where nobody likes rejection. Let me just acknowledge that first and foremost. Well, actually, some people do like rejection, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about general, you know, we're talking about the rule, not the exception. So usually people don't like rejection. However, some of us with neurodivergent diagnoses, by the way, did y'all know that like neurodivergent is like a code word for something online, which irritates me because like it's a very real thing. So I don't know why it would be like a dog whistle for like a troll or like I don't know. It's really irritating to me and I wish that people would stop. But anyway, RSD. Yes, so it's a symptom of ADHD specifically because I'm talking about me right now. that makes rejection extremely difficult. Like, sometimes I avoid asking people to do things or doing things in general because I'm afraid of the rejection that may come with it. Not even that I know I'm going to get rejected, but just the fact that I might get rejected and the weight of that rejection, I will not ask, which is why I'm not gonna go there. It's really freaking hard, and I don't think I can really explain all the ways that it affects my life because I don't think I even know all the ways that it affects my life. But in this instance, I feel like it affected me because I was literally mad for like an hour. I kept finding myself playing this nigga, like right or left, like, oh, you this or oh, you that. And I had to think to myself, like, girl, you wasn't even checking for this nigga anyway. Like, why are you tripping? Why are you being mean in your mind to this man? Like, just keep it moving, sis. So it was very interesting to experience that. I'm sorry if I can hear it's my dishwasher. That was very interesting to experience, but also like it was interesting to experience it and know in real time that I was experiencing a little bit of dysphoria. Oh my gosh, that is so loud. I'm so sorry. I don't feel like moving though, and this is almost over, so hopefully y'all can still hear me. Hopefully y'all don't hear that so much. But yeah, it was really interesting to experience that. But I'm really glad, and I'm actually grateful, and I had to like thank God because like I was telling y'all last night, for some very odd reason, I have a hard time, like, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's like a woman thing or if it's like certain people thing or if it's like an ADHD thing. I'm very unsure. I'm unsure. So yeah, I mean, it's totally fine. Like, excuse me, I was not checking for that type of like attitude or belief system. But for some reason, when I noticed that he unmatched me, I was like, you know, it's like, not me. Like, what did I do? Even though I know good and darn well, I told him last night, like, oh, I have a male best friend, so it's probably not going to work out. Even though I know I told him that, and I'm sure, well, I'm not sure, but I would bet like $1 or $2 that that's why he unmatched. But yeah, I mean, so like at the end of the day, it's totally fine. I don't know. I just feel like I'm in this era where, like, as opposed to before, I would be like, oh, this is a red flag, but I'm still attracted to this person. But these days, it's more like you may be physically attractive, but if there's a red flag, we're probably not compatible. So it like really lessens my attraction to you because I don't know, like the other day I just felt so uncomfortable around that guy that I was talking about like a few days ago, the older gentleman who was whole married. I felt really, really weird. Like it was very cringe. And then like when I was on the phone with old boy last night, I was really uncomfortable with him too. Like, I don't know. I didn't even, like, I wasn't talking, and I talk a lot. I know y'all can tell I could talk a lot, and I had nothing to say to this man because it was, like, really pointless. But, yeah, I mean, that's today. I think I've done all I'm going to do for the night. Like, I put my groceries away. I broke down the boxes from Amazon. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm going to put a rag to this behind and finish my beverage. It's 10:36, so I can do that. And then I can probably have like an hour of TV, make sure I do my devotional, go to sleep around 12. I love that for me. But yeah, I mean, I hope that everyone's having a beautiful week. A little tahini on my lip, excuse me. I hope everyone's having a beautiful week, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free. So I know I ain't gotta tell you. Yeah, ta-ta.